Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, and Bahashim Havakar Kadash. Double honors goes to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And a sincere shalom goes to the elect Akim out here, pushing this truth in all four corners in truth and sincerity. Here we go back at you with another one. Another video to sit up here to prove to you how Esau, Edom, aka the so-called white man, but his biblical name is Esau Edom, how he the devil. Now, I was looking at social media and somebody brought out a video about Willie Wonka and how basically Willie Wonka it was two versions of the book. Now I don't know if this to be factual because I never read a Willy Wonka book before, or I just don't know if this is a fact. But if it is, and what we do know that Esau Edom, he wicked, he do things, he does change words in books. He tried to change the things in the Bible. He try to whitewash, do iconoclasm with Yahweh Shah. We all know him to be the devil. That means the deceiver, and that's what he do. What's the thing they say? You want to hide something from a nigga, a Jake, you put it in a book. Why is that? Because Jake don't read. Now, I'm gonna get the video, you know.
You know the film Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Willie Wonka and them? Well, I just found out that the Oompa Loompas weren't from Loompa Land. Nay, they were enslaved Africans. Willie Wonka wasn't enslaved.
Now, with that being said, you know, they crafty. I'll give them credit for that. They crafty. They do change words around and bait you. This could be true. This definitely could be true. But like I said, I didn't do the research on it. I didn't read a Willy Wonka, but she's gonna go to tell you how it was two versions of the book. As now we got history books where it says well one thing and then it's revised and things are taken out, moving, and this is switched up and that switched up. If you can't reference the old books, then you won't know. But let's get into it.
Favor giving away tickets to white children to tour his chocolate plantation. Bruh, let me show you. Here's the modern, sanitized version of the book. Aren't they fantastic? No higher than my knee. Look at their funny long hair. Now the original and most popular version during the book's peak. Aren't they fantastic? No higher than my knee. Their skin is almost black. Pygmies they are. Imported direct from Africa. I discovered them myself.
Yeah, I mean, you know, this sound like the work of Esau, but ultimately, it that's these things happen because of what? Because we ain't hearken to the words of the Lord. So not the law, the words of the Lord. Salakia. That's Deuteronomy 28:37. I'm gonna get into that once this little short video gets finished.
Brought them over from Africa myself, the whole tribe of them, 3,000 in all. He goes on to say that he smuggled them in large packing cases with holes in them. The Bantu tribe was convinced to work and live at the factory.
That's also Deuteronomy again. Deuteronomy 28. Move by cargo slave ships, man. That's we was enslaved and transported in cargo slave ships. Who knows? It could have been boxes. That's how people move animals, man. When they try to hide it, they put holes in the box and put them in the box and put holes in so they can breathe. Who knows? The ship could have been a box that they was talking about with the holes in the top so that the air can get in, like how you walk down in there. Who knows?
In exchange for cacao beans. Beans. They worked for beans. And now my childhood visceral distaste.
Yeah, I mean, what's wrong with you saying it like working for beings is bad? What about the slaves that work for chitlins and greens? They work for the stuff that they ain't want. I mean, this lets you know that if you have a spiritual eye to know this stuff could be true.
For this film makes a whole lot more sense. You know the film Charlie and the Chocolate Factory with Willie Wonka and them?
Let's get into the scripture. But I mean, I didn't know that, but I never was a big Willie Wonka fan anyway. It always seemed kind of weird to me. But let's get into it. Deuteronomy 28 chapter. Let's get into it. Deuteronomy 28 chapter. Salakia. God damn it, Salakia. Satan. I started 37 because I was going into they was saying about the Pickamiki tribe and all that type of stuff and Okaloopas and all that. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 37. And thou shalt become a astonishment, so let me start again from the top. And thou shalt become a astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee. Yeah, and that's what happened. We was made astonishment. We was joked and made made jokes of and called names that wasn't our biblical names, not Israelites. We would call niggas, colored, all kind of stuff. Even now, YNs, man. Where the Lord sent you, and what he sent us different places because we the lost tribe and we were scattered. We were scattered. We were scattered all over the world. Now let's go into the NLT. You will become an object of horror, ridicule, and mockery among all the nations to which the Lord has sent you. Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened. So I mean, the truth being all these books, these TV shows. I mean, what they say, art imitates life. It says art imitates life. I'm trying to because I had made a point about slave ships. Oh, here we go. Back on that point on when I was saying about the slave ships, how she said it was a slave plantation. A chocolate factory was a plantation because it was made with dark people. I mean so-called black people. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships by whereof. Let me start again. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. Egypt meaning bondage. With ships by the way by whereof I speak unto thee. Now we know when the Israelites moved from out of Egypt, it was no ships. Why? Because it's a desert. So those ships was talking about those ships and that bondage was talking about when we was transported from Africa over here to the Caribbean to North America, all the other places we don't know about. What the white man did with us. Those things happen, and these scriptures are old, and if you have an ear and your eyes open to see, it just makes sense. The Lord telling you this. Continuing on, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. So I mean, you'll say, you'll read this and say, well, how you gonna that how you gonna be sold to your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you? That means you gonna be a slave. You slaves, man, and nobody gonna buy you. Let's go to the NLT. Then the Lord will send you back to Egypt in ships, to a destination I promise you would never see again. There you will offer yourselves to your enemies as slaves, but no one will buy you. Makes sense? That's what happened through history, man. It makes sense. But let's get on to the wickedness of Esau, because the Lord created him to be like that, man. The Lord created him to be like that. But it's gonna come to an end. It's gonna come to an end. He that hateth this dissembly with his lips, and laid up deceit within him. Hold on, let me start from the top. Let me start from 23. No, Salaki. No, drop that. Drop that. I'm gonna go to Psalms 64:3. Who wet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows and shoot arrows, even bitter words, man. That's Esau, man. they wet their tongue like a sword, because most of the time when they wet their sword, before they kill, because once you stab it, it'll go in easy, man. It'll go in easy. And they bend their bows to shoot their arrows. That's them, man. That's Esau, all the way around. Let's go to the NLT on that. They sharpen their tongues like swords. Yeah, they be sharp with their tongue, and aim their bitter words like arrows. That's what they do. They sharp because that's what they do. They everything they can hit you with. They they be on point with it. Whether it's physical or mental, they gonna make sure when they hit you, it sting you. It sting you. That's in a courtroom. That's with business. Look at the small hats. Everything they do, they cross their T's and dot their I's. They be on point with everything they do. So when they get you, either mentally or carnally. That's what Esau do. Even with them books, they crafty. The books and they words, they crafty. They sit up there, take their time, and put stuff together, but it be hitting agenda. That's what Esau do. But it's only gonna be for a short amount of time. They time is running thin. But all this, the Lord's speeding up everything. You got the right man in office with these tariffs and all this other stuff. It's only gonna be so long before we out of here and everything be back to normal. Yahweh Shah come back, redeem his elect, destroy 2/3, cleanse this place, and everything will be back to normal. Just gotta maintain the faith, keep pushing, and just hope the spirit don't leave. I'm gonna end it on that note. Shalom.